Hey, IT510 students, welcome to the class. I hope it'll be a class full of hard work, but of meaningful learning. One thing I often hear from hiring managers about people who have taken this class is that those students often go into the workplace as instructional designers with the same levels of experience as a second year designer. Now, think about that for a minute. In one semester, this class can help you achieve a second year level of proficiency. Now, I don't hear this about every student. And so I've done a little anecdotal investigation. Why do they come out of this class with these knowledge and skills that are getting praised by hiring managers, and others are coming out with a grade, a nice grade, a good grade, but not the level of skill and understanding. And it is absolutely true that one difference I have found between these two groups of students is the extent to which the student has taken notes in the class. I am being a total hypocrite here. I had Dr. Morrison, the author of your textbook, as a professor for the equivalent of this class back in, about 1992, I think it was. And he had a lot of great resources, many of which I'm going to share with you throughout this semester. I mean, every class period, I would just have handouts and job aids, and I would put them in my folders and think, this is great. So I didn't take many notes. I mean, after all, Morrison was giving me all this stuff. Why should I take notes when he's providing materials? Then I got my first instructional design job. I didn't have a clue. I didn't know what to do because I had all these handouts, but I hadn't organized my own thoughts and my own approach. My wife, on the other hand, when she took Morrison's class about a year after I did, she came out of the class with a nice thick binder. And if you could see this thing, she has, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tabs here. It's about a 4-inch binder where each of her tabs is a section of the Morrison model. So at least in the 7th edition, on page 1, you get Morrison's model right away. Each of her tabs corresponds to a part of the model, and she meticulously made sense of the content for herself. How did she understand it? And when she was doing her project in Morrison's class, she would revise her notes and, okay, here's a shortcut I found. Here's a way to think about it. I know the book says this, but after talking with Morrison, it's better this way. She has tons of detail here. I gave her hell. I gave her hell throughout the class. Why are you doing this, baby? Come on now. Morrison is giving you all these handouts. We got a nice thick little book here. Why, oh, why would you do all of this? Until I got my first job as an instructional designer. And then guess who went running to Heather saying, baby, I always admired your organizational skills. What do you say you loan me your big fat ISD book and let me use those materials? It makes all the difference in the world. You cannot depend solely on the book. Taking notes in the margins helps. You cannot depend on printing out my materials, but maybe printing out my materials help. You have to organize the content for yourself and sort of talk yourself through, what do I do in this phase of the model and why do I do it the way that I do it? Right? Everybody with me? I hope so. If you do that, then hiring managers have told me that you can come out of this class with the skills of a second-year designer. Dive in, gang. Go for it hard. Let's do this up big time, right? Later.